Today I'm going to show you a 9-step process for scaling your SaaS company with ads. This is the same system I used to help Gyroline double their revenue in less than 30 days, Trustworthy reduced their cost per signup by 76%, and Johanna reduced their cost per subscription by 65%. My name's Sean Bacastow, and prior to founding my agency PureFunnel, I was the director of marketing at Cameo, and over the past 10 years, I've driven over $50 million in online sales using ads. Okay, let's dive in. So first off, let's take a look at the whole system. These are the 9 steps that I use to get great results for my clients. First, we determine our monthly budget and how much that we can spend to profitably acquire a user or customer. Then we define our hero persona. This is the customer segment that will be most profitable for us to advertise to. Then we do research to make sure that we can think and speak like they do. We define our channel mix, figure out where they like to hang out and how we want to approach them. We develop our messaging. We develop our images, our videos, our creative. Then we either fine tune our landing page so that cold traffic converts on it, or we develop a new landing page. Then we optimize our data flow to ensure that each ad channel is getting the maximum amount of data to go out and find more target customers for us. Then it's just a continuous process of testing, iterating, and optimizing, and ensuring that we're consistently improving upon our results. So now let's dive into each one of these 9 steps. So our first step is to make sure the math is mathing. So first we need to determine a monthly budget, which is going to vary widely based on the size of your company and how much cash that you have to deploy for marketing. You're also going to want to have a firm understanding of what your target cost per user or customer is. This can be informed by your current blended cost per user acquisition. It won't be perfect, but it's a good place to start. You're also going to want to know the maximum that you're willing to spend to acquire a customer, because this will determine whether you want to keep campaigns running, turn them off, keep certain ads running, turn them off, etc. Once you've defined your budget and you know how much you're willing to pay to acquire a customer, you want to define what customer segment are you actually going after? Who is your hero persona? So let's say you make a software for designers and your product serves 3 main customer segments: designers at agencies, designers that work at enterprise companies, and freelance designers. Of these 3, you're going to want to choose the one that has the best blend of volume and profit margin. You don't want to advertise to everyone. You don't want to advertise every product you have. You're going to want to choose a hero product and a hero persona and really nail those first. So let's say we decide that a designer at the agency is going to be our hero persona. Then we want to get in their head. We want to think about who they are from, at first, a demographic perspective. You know, what's their age? What's their gender? Where do they live typically? And think about the jobs to be done framework. What jobs are they hiring your product to do? So for example, a small business owner might be hiring Gusto, a software to manage their payroll. Or let's say the designer example, maybe they're hiring your product to create better mood boards or something. That's the job to be done. And finally, what transformation are they looking for? So if they were to buy your product, what transformation can you show them that they will undergo once they have your product? I actually made an entire video where I walk you through my ad copy magic worksheet that really allows you to get into the mind of your customer and use ChatGPT to create some really great ad copy. The next thing you're going to want to do is determine your channel mix. So ask yourself, what platforms does your hero persona use? I typically like to start with one platform and really nail it and then scale horizontally. So for example, Meta can be a really good place to start for most companies because it's the most mature ad product. It has the most users. It's highly likely you'll be able to find your customers on either Facebook or Instagram. If you're looking for a second channel, Google is also very mature. It's a very good complement to Meta because Meta tends to be, it's a full funnel product, but people will start their customer journeys on Meta, they'll see an ad, and later they'll Google the product and then maybe buy it through that. And then maybe you want to add a third channel, so you test Reddit because they have an audience that isn't necessarily on Facebook or Instagram. And then you can keep doing this with other ad platforms, and you see which platform gives you the best cost per result, and you can rebalance your budget accordingly. After you determine your channel mix, you're going to want to focus on your messaging. So like I said, I recommend using my ad copy magic sheet plus ChatGPT. I have a whole video about it. I'll link the sheet in the description. That's a really good way to figure out how you want to approach your target market via your ads. Once you have your messaging down, you can apply that messaging to your creative. So when I say creative, I mean your images, your videos. These are things that you can deploy on multiple different ad channels. Rather than just trying to create something from scratch, I would first start with proven templates. And by that, I mean ads that other companies have already spent a lot of money testing and ads that you know are winners. So these are some classic ad templates that I use for a lot of my clients, particularly when we're first getting started. These are just known in the industry to work. Things like before and after, us versus them, testimonials, advertorial, familiar screens. So like things like Apple Notes, Twitter, people are doing ChatGPT screenshots a lot right now, and also benefit feature callouts. So you can either pass these to a designer that you work with, or you can design them yourself using tools like Static Flow for image ads and Creatify for videos. These are some helpful tools that really take a lot of the legwork out of the design process, and you can actually create some pretty great looking ads just by yourself. Okay, so now we've determined who our hero persona is. We've developed messaging and images and videos that appeal to them. And now it's time to ensure that when someone clicks our ad and goes to our website or landing page, that it is optimized to convert people who are cold traffic. These are people who have never heard of your brand before. They don't know what your product does. You need to be able to educate them so they actually convert. This could be an entire video by itself, so I'm not going to get too in the weeds here, but I will say typically I start with a template, or I test a few very different templates. And then once I have a winner, I test things like headlines. Then I'll test the layout, like does FAQ need to come before the benefit section or vice versa? Then I will go back and test subheadlines and body copy, things like that. This is a really nice starter template that I like to use. Shout out MKT1. It answers some really important questions. So, what's the problem you solve? What's your product? Who's it for? Why is it better than the alternatives? What are the benefits? What use cases and or personas does it serve? How does it work? And then, of course, a CTA. So just going with something like this will get you at least 80% of the way. And then you can test things like headlines and layout over time. Once you have a killer landing page that can convert that cold traffic, now you need to make sure that the ad platforms recognize the people that are coming to your website so they can show your ads to more people like the people who are purchasing. And this has become more complex and difficult as the years have gone on because Apple increases their privacy features every year and more people use ad blockers. And what that does is it reduces the amount of data that is flowing into these ad platforms. And the more data, the better, because then they can make informed decisions about who they show the ads to. So I would recommend setting up server-side tracking. This is not mandatory, but it will help your results. There's a bunch of options. The best option, of course, is to partner with me and I'll just set this up for you. If you want to go the self-serve route and you have some technical competence, you can go with something like Stape. If you want a done-for-you solution, you can go with a company like Datus. This will really help the ad platforms understand who's coming to your website and converting, and in turn, it will get you better results. Finally, step 9, testing, iterating, and optimizing. You're going to want to be continuously testing new offers, channels, creatives, techniques, etc. And hopefully when you start out, you're already going to be hitting your target cost per user or customer, subscription, etc. But if you're not, I would give it at least 3 months to really ensure that you've had a chance to optimize your creative, figure out what people are responding to, optimize your landing page, make sure that that's converting people at a good clip. So give it 3 months, and hopefully at that point you've achieved a good cost per result. And then each month you can just work at bringing that cost per result down so you can then spend more to acquire more and more users or customers. If you'd like to work directly with me to implement this framework and scale your SaaS company with ads, click the link in the description and book a free strategy call with me, and we can talk about what that would look like for your business. I'll write, design, and manage your ads so that you can focus on building your company. I know this video was geared towards starting ads from scratch, but you may already be running ads and I can just help you improve your results. Gyroline, one of my current clients, was actually already running ads when they came to me, and they weren't sure if there was any more room for optimization. I made some changes, and within less than 30 days, they had doubled their revenue. We had increased their AOV by $22 and their site conversion rate by 67%. And if you learned something today, make sure to check out another video that I made where I walk through exactly how to scale your SaaS company with Facebook ads. I dive into kind of the nitty-gritty and create ads for a company in real time. See you next time.